Good day to everyone joining us from around the world, whether just waking up midway through your trading session or winding down through your night. Welcome. So on behalf of the entire WeMasterTrade team, we are pleased to have you here with us for this global live stream session. So my name is Aidan and I'll be guiding you through this exciting 2-hour journey as your host. So today's live stream is not just a presentation, but it's a conversation, and it's a window into the engine room of one of the most fast-growing and forward-thinking trading firms in the industry. And of course, I am not here alone. I am joined by two remarkable guests who help shape what WeMasterTrade represent today. So skilled traders, mentors, and role models within our community. So first, let me introduce the ever-composed, always insightful Vincent. Welcome, Vincent.
Thank you so much, Asian. Hello, everyone, and thank you for spending your time with us. I'm truly looking forward to today's session. There's so much to cover, not just about trading strategies or rules, but about the full ecosystem that WeMasterTrade offers, from how you start, how you grow, to how you earn. This is the kind of platform that doesn't just fund trades, it builds traders.
Absolutely, and next to him is someone who brings sharp analysis and clarity to every chart and conversation. He's strategic, he's sharp, and he's a root force in our trading space. Please welcome Ralph.
Thank you, Aidan, and hello to everyone in the chat. I'm genuinely thrilled to be here. What excites me most about today is that we are going to unpack everything, not just what WeMasterTrade offers, but how traders can truly take advantage of each part of our system. From packages to promotions to scaling and long-term profit sharing. If you have ever had questions or even doubts, today is the day to ask them.
And that's exactly what we're here for. Whether you're brand new to WeMasterTrade or you're already a part of the funded trader program, today's live stream is going to give you the full picture, not just the highlight reel. So over the course of this session, we are going to walk you through what WeMasterTrade truly is, what we believe in, how our programs are designed, and why we are doing things differently from the traditional brokers or platforms. So I want to be clear, this isn't just about sell, this is about understanding, and we want you to know what you're signing up for, what kind of structure supports your journey, and how you can use that structure to not succeed but scale.
And speaking of structures, we will begin by sharing the story behind WeMasterTrade, how we were formed as a funded project, not a broker, which is a very important distinction. Unlike brokers who profit from volume or loss, WeMasterTrade is built on the belief that your success is our success. We invest capital in traders, cover the risk for them, and share profits only when you do well. That's the foundation.
Exactly. And from that philosophy flows everything we offer, especially our trading packages, which we will discuss in detail. We will explain the logic behind each one, what kind of trader they design for, and how the structure changes depending on whether you choose the challenge model or instant funding model. So if you ever look at our packages and thought, which one is right for me? Today we will answer that.
And more than that, we'll also do a live comparison between packages. We'll break down pricings, account size, maximum drawdowns, consistency rules, and even payouts side by side to help you make a fully informed decision. And it's one thing to see number on a website, but it's another thing to understand the intention behind them.
Right, and once you understand the packages, the next question is always how do I stay compliant while trading? So we will move naturally into discussing trading rules, which honestly is one of the most important parts of today's session. We will explain what the dialogue limit is, how it's calculated, why it includes both cost and floating profit and loss, and how to avoid violating it, especially overnight. We will go into the maximum total loss, the consistency ratio, and we will even address common misunderstandings about trading sizing and risk per trade policies.
And we won't just explain rules in isolation, we will explain them in the context of live trading sessions. I share some personal examples of mistakes I made when I first started trading under funded conditions and how I adjusted. Because rules aren't meant to restrict you, they are there to protect the integrity of your growth.
And while we're on the topic of helping you succeed, we'll be guiding you through our current promotion plan, including limited time discount codes, trading support campaigns, bonus capital opportunities, and how to properly qualify and submit proof. So we've had some amazing responses to our promotions, but also some confusion. So we'll be showing you exactly what to do step by step.
From there, we will transition to a discussion on our scale plan, which I personally think is one of the most underrated parts of WeMasterTrade's offering. Many people don't realize this, but we have a structured growth pathway in place. If you perform well consistently, you don't just get payout, you actually unlock higher capital tiers. It's not just about getting funded once, it's about evolving into a six-figure funded trader.
And speaking of growth, one of the most powerful ways to build long-term income at WeMasterTrade is through our profit sharing model. This is the heart of what makes us different from platforms. When you trade on a funded account and generate profit without breaking rules, we share that profit with you, up to 90%. But there's more to it than just the percentage. We will explain the full payout cycle, threshold, and timelines today.
So now I know many of you watching today's aren't just traders, you're also educators, influencers, or people with large networks. That's why we're also taking time to explain our affiliate program, and we'll do it transparently. We'll walk you through how commissions are calculated, how affiliate referrals are tracked, and more importantly, what you need to qualify for payouts, including a detailed explanation of the 2-3 referral rules and minimum funding conditions.
This is especially important because we want all our partners to feel confident and clear about their earnings. We have seen a huge growth in affiliate activity recently, and we want to ensure everyone is promoting responsibly, understanding the terms, and building long-term income streams.
So as you can tell, this is not just a surface level live stream. We're diving into everything: packages, rules, promos, scout paths, profit sharing, and affiliate opportunities, all with one purpose in mind: helping you make the most informed, empowered, and confident decision possible.
And we want this to be interactive, not just informative. So, if you have a question at any point, please drop it in the chat. Our moderators are watching, and we'll answer as many questions live as we can. Your voice matters.
And if you're watching this on replay, don't worry, we will leave timestamp and summaries below, and you can always reach out to our team with any follow-up inquiries. Our support team is incredible, and they really care about having traders succeed.
So to wrap up this welcome, I'd like to say this: WeMasterTrade is not just a platform, but it's a commitment to build real traders, to create fair, structures, and scalable pathways for people around the world who are also serious about trading as a profession, not a game. So if you're here to grow, to understand, and to take action, you're exactly where you need to be. So let's dive into the journey together. And let's begin once again. Welcome to the WeMasterTrade live stream. So now, before we dive into packages, trading rules, and promotional mechanics, we want to take a moment to zoom out and offer you the full pictures of who WeMasterTrade really is, what we believe in, and why we build this platform the way we have. Because when you put in your trust and you're trading into a company, understanding its philosophy isn't just helpful, it's essential. So this segment is about origin, intention, and impact. It's about how WeMasterTrade began and what values underpin the forum, and how you can take those values and translate it into real tools and outcomes for traders like you. So to work through that, I'm joined as always by two people who live and breathe this principle, Vincent and Ralph. So let's start at the beginning.
Thanks, Aiden. To truly understand WeMasterTrade, you need to understand why it was created. Unlike many platforms or brokers that evolved from traditional financial institutions, WeMasterTrade was born with a purpose-driven mission to give capable traders access to capital regardless of their background, location, or financial situation. We were founded in 2022 as part of the WeMasterTrade Group, headquartered in Vancouver, Canada. While WeMasterTrade built its name on signal sharing, investor networks, and copy trading tech, WeMasterTrade was designed to serve as a more focused vision to identify, support, and scale high potential traders, giving them a pathway to earn professionally without risk their own savings.
And it's important to note that WeMasterTrade is not a broker, that's not just a label, it's a fundamental difference. We don't profit from spreads or commissions. Our success is directly tied to the success of our traders. That's why everything we have built from our instant funding packages to our profit sharing model is structured with alignment in mind. We take on the capital risk, we give you the roadmap, and you bring the skill. But we also know that the skill alone isn't enough, which is why one of our founding principles is education first. We don't want traders to blindly follow rules, we want them to understand the logic behind the structures. That's why we have invested heavily into the WeMasterTrade Academy, a training ecosystem built to take you from beginner to consistently funded professional.
And that academy is something special, with courses ranging from introductory trading psychology all the way to advanced risk calibrations and multi-asset strategy design. So the WeMasterTrade Academy isn't just about theory, it's about implementation. We'll design the curriculum to match the real-world trading environment within WeMasterTrade, so that what you learn you can apply directly to your funding account. And to ensure that our systems and content meet global standard, WeMasterTrade is also proud to hold an ISO 2018 certification, which confirms that our educational products and trader development program meets rigorous international criteria for quality, structure, and learning engagement.
That certification is a big deal because it shows our long-term commitment to developing traders, not just collecting fees. In an industry where many so-called platforms come and go, WeMasterTrade has positioned itself with real operational stability, compliant frameworks, and internal accountabilities. We're not here for a season. We're here to help build careers.
And we have seen that commitment translate into real stories. If you visit our testimonial page, you will find traders from Nigeria, Vietnam, Canada, the Philippines, South Africa on talking about how WeMasterTrade help them not just earn more, but trade with purpose. They talk about passing challenges after years of struggling with retail brokers. They talk about finally being able to trade without the emotional burden of risking personal funds. We have had students become full-time traders. We had women re-enter the financial world after career breaks, and we have had young professionals from underbanked regions finally access the market with a funding account. That's the impact, and that's what drives us.
So it doesn't stop there. The WeMasterTrade is designed to grow with you. So for people who want to stay engaged and up to date, we also maintain a regularly updated blog section where a team of experts and educators share quickly insights, breakdowns, market reactions, and platform updates. So we believe that learning never ends, and we keep our traders informed. So, but let's also talk about culture. What makes WeMasterTrade different isn't just the product that it is offering, it's the community mindset. So we actively promote trader integrity, respectful competition, and knowledge sharing. So whether you're in a Telegram group, watching YouTube series, or engaging with us on live support, you see that we'll actually listen.
And I will speak honestly here. In many platforms, the trader is just a customer. At WeMasterTrade, the trader is the product. Your performance drives the business. Your voice shapes the platform, and your consistency determines how far we can scale together. That mutual accountability is rare, and it's something we're proud of.
And if you have ever doubted whether this path is real, whether a trading career is truly within reach, I encourage you to read the testimonials, take a look at our funding account, and connect with people who have gone through the system. The stories are real, the capital is real, the results speak for themselves.
So to summarize, WeMasterTrade is a capital allocator, a talent accelerators, and an education-first trading institution. So we're here to challenge the status quo of trading access, to build systems to reward performance over promotions, and to create real scalable income opportunities for traders around the world, regardless of their starting point. So this is more than just a platform, it's a trading movement. And if you're ready to be a part of it, today's live stream will show you everything you need to know. So thank you, Vincent and Ralph, for that deep and honest work through. So coming up next, we're going to take these foundations and connect it directly to actual offerings. That means we'll be discussing all the different account packages available at WeMasterTrade, how they differ, who to design for, and what kind of results you can expect from each. So to stay with us, it's about to get more exciting. So welcome once again to the WeMasterTrade official live stream. So now that we have explored who WeMasterTrade is and the principles that we stand for, it's time to move into one of the most essential parts of this live stream, an in-depth discussion on our account packages. So this is where it all begins from most traders choosing the structures that best align with their goals, their style, and their current skill level. And when we say packages, we're not just talking about dollar figures, we're talking about framework. So each package of WeMasterTrade represent a different pathway toward growth, and today we'll walk you through all of them, what they offer, how they're structured, and most importantly, who they're designed for.
Exactly, Aiden. At WeMasterTrade, we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all model. That's why we built two distinct products line for trader, the challenge package and the instant funding package. Each line includes a variety of account size and configuration, because we know that traders come with different strengths, risk appetites, and timelines.
So let's begin with the challenge model, a true phase evaluation system built for traders who want to prove their skills before being allocated capital. This structure is fair and has become the most popular route for new traders entering the WeMasterTrade ecosystem.
In the challenge model, you begin with a simulated account, and your goal is to meet specific profit targets while staying within strict but reasonable risk parameter. These are 3 stages in total: phase 1, phase 2, and then the funded stage.
So let's take instance for our $10,000 challenge. So a great starting point for traders who want to minimize upfront costs while building a track record. So let's break it down phase by phase.
In phase 1, you need to achieve an 8% profit target, which is $800, without reaching a 5% daily loss, $500, or a 10% overall loss limit, $1,000. You will have unlimited time to achieve this. That's the key difference for many platforms. We don't pressure you with deadlines.
And once you pass phase 1, you will move to phase 2, where your profit target drops to 6%. That means $600. The risk rules remain the same, and here's something unique. In phase 2, you already start receiving a 30% profit share if you exceed the target.
And finally, once both phases are clear, you enter the funded account, where you trade with real capital, have no profit targets, and your profit share jumps to 90%. That's one of the highest in the industry.
And who is the $10,000 challenge best for? This account is ideal for newer traders or experienced traders who want to start with lower pressures and learn the system. If you are still refining your strategies or want to get a feel for WeMasterTrade risk framework before scaling, this is the perfect package to begin with.
So now for those who are confident in this strategy, And want to start really large account size free, we offer 25,000, 50,000 and 100,000 challenge packages. So these structures is quite similar. Two phases, the same 5% dailies and 10% total loss limit, but the profit target scales proportionally.
For example, in the 50,000 challenge, you will need to hit 4,000 in phase 1 and 3,000 in phase 2. While the targets are higher, the leverage remains the same, 1 to 100, giving you room to adjust position sizing.
And the 25,000 to 100,000 challenges are ideal for traders with more capital management experience, especially those looking to eventually scale into larger funding accounts. If you have already passed all above challenge or have a strong verified trading history, this is a good step up.
So every challenge package comes with a one-time fee. For example, just $45 for the 10K challenge. So this fee is refundable once you become fund to the meet minimum performance conditions. But what if things don't go your way? You're eligible for a 30% reset discount to start fresh. But what if you don't want to go through a challenge at all, but instead want to access real capital immediately and get paid purely on results? That's where our instant funding packages come into play.
And this is where WeMasterTrade truly set itself apart. Our instant funding model is designed to give experienced disciplined traders the chance to trade real capital from day one. No evaluations, no demo stages, just pure live state trading, backed by a structured, fair and transparent system.
And what makes it even more accessible is that you can choose from several different account types, depending on your style, reference, and goals. Today, we are going to walk you through each of the 5 main instant funding packages: Standard, 51010, 510-0, 510-10 no BC, and Customized. We'll compare the details, but more importantly, we help you figure out which package is right for you.
So let me set the scene quickly. So all of our instant funding packages give you live access from day one. That means no challenge phases, no evaluations. You pay once, follow the rules, and you're trading live capital. And every account, no matter the size, includes no time limit up to 90% profit share, balance base limit, scale up plan to over 1 million, support for EAs, swing trades, scalping, and even HLT. So now let's go package by package, and as we go, Vincent and Rob, I want you to chime in with real advice. Who should actually choose which one, and what kind of traders you've seen succeed with each?
Let's start with the standard package. I always describe this one as the best friend for traders who want just stability. You getting up to 2,100 in capital with a very manageable 4% daily loss limit and 6% overall drawdown.
It's like that steady account that doesn't push you to overtrade, and with a profit split up to 90%, there's serious earning potential even if you are taking a slow and steady approach.
So what about commissions?
Competitive across the board. Forex at 4 per lot, gold at 4 per lot, index at 1, and stock at just 0.07 per lot.
And everything is allowed: nails trading, scalping, weekend holding, EAs, HRT, you name it.
So for the audience, if you're someone who trades regularly and understands your strategy, wants a full range of assets, and plan to scale along the game, this is your sweet spot.
And this package is perfect for intermediate to advanced traders who already know their edge but don't want to stress with a target-based challenge. And if you have had an account blow due to unrealistic rules, you will find the standard model refreshingly fair.
I would also say it suits swing traders. The 4-6% risk profile gives you just enough flexibility to hold multi-day positions, especially with weekend holding fully allowed.
So moving over gear, let's talk about the 5-10-10 package. Same capital ceiling of the 200,000, but now you get 5% daily loss and a wider 10% overall limit. So why does that matter?
Well, that execution is massive for traders who scale into positions or take multiple entries per setup. You have got more room to breathe, especially in high volatility markets.
And the profit target here is also 10%, which aligns well with the risk window. Plus, you still get full support for scalping, EAs, news trading. It's very trader friendly.
And this is best for day traders, especially those trading assets like nasty AQ or gold that move fast. If you have got a tested intraday strategy and just need some risk premium, this is your package.
And also for traders who want structure but don't mind having that profit target. The clear milestone motivates some people, especially if they are payout oriented.
So now, here's a personal favorite, the 5-10-0. So you get 5% daily and a 10% overall, but no profit target, none, zero.
And that's a blessing for high precision traders. You're no longer chasing a number, you just focus on protecting equity and growing capital slowly and safely.
This one is loved by low frequency traders and snipers. If you enter 3 to 5 trades a week, this is your space. You are not penalized for patience, you are actually rewarded for it.
And who is for? It's for veterans, swing traders, risk-conscious traders, people who prioritize consistency over speed. If that's you, you fry here.
And let's be honest, not everyone wants to hit targets. Some just want to trade well and scale cleanly. This is their home.
So now, for the rule breakers, or rather those who don't want to be evaluated on how even the profits are, the 5-10-10 no PC removes profit consistency tracking, right?
Exactly, Aiden. Same 5 over 10 risk profile. But you are not required to keep your profit roll smooth. One big winning day is totally fine.
That said, trade careers are not allowed in this one, so it's for manual traders only. And you need to trade responsibly. But for aggressive trader who sometimes hit big spike, this is the play.
And it's perfect for high risk, high reward traders or anyone who has issue with consistency rule at other firms. You trade how you want, just keep it inside the drawdown box.
And last but not least, a customized package. So this is WeMasterTrade saying, you know what you need, let's build it together.
You can adjust daily loss, overall loss to your liking. Plus, you can fund up to 400,000, more than any other account.
And it is premium, flexible, and comes with on-trading style allowed, including EAs, nil trading, weekend holdings, HFT, and more. And this is who is for top-tier professionals, at-edge fund traders, signal providers, high-volume traders, anyone with a very specific structure in mind. This package lets you build it.
I always say, if you have tried other models and nothing quite fits, build your own blueprint on customize. That freedom is rare.
So to sum up, every instant funding package we cover comes with clear risk parameters, far commissions, deep market access, and real profit potential. There are no time limits, and payout starts as early as 1 day in.
And no matter your strategy, scalping, swing, hour, or manual, there's an account that aligns with you. The key is picking the right one now, so you can start building consistency from the start.
And if you are ever unsure, our team is available 24/7 to guide you. But the real secret, pick the account that fits your discipline, not your dream. The right fit always outperforms the biggest promise.
So up next, we'll work through exactly how to protect your account, avoid breaches, and understand the key risk and consistency rules that empower entire platform. So this is WeMasterTrade, where real capital meets real strategy. Welcome traders. So you've seen the packages, so now let's talk about the part that either makes or breaks your account. That's right, it's time to dig into the trading rules and how to actually stay compliant once you're funded. Because let's be honest, getting funded is exciting, but staying funded, that's where the game really begins. And the number one reason for you lose an account, it comes down to one thing, the daily loss limit.
Yes, the dreaded die loss is the one rule trader think they understand until it kicks them out of their account at 3:17 p.m. on a random Tuesday.
But here's the good news. Once you understand how it works, really works, it becomes one of your best tools for risk control. So today, let's break it down from top to bottom.
So what is the daily loss limit, also called maximum daily loss?
It's the maximum amount of loss you are allowed to incur in both floating and closed trade, or any single trading days. If your equity falls below that limit, even for a moment, your account is automatically closed.
And the key thing here is the die loss is calculated from the high of either your balance or your equity at the start of the trading days. That's a really important distinction and is what strip a lot of people up.
Live example. So imagine at the start of day 5, your balance is 105,000. Your equity, however, is higher 107,000 because of often floating profit.
If you are on 4% daily loss limit, we calculated up the higher number, 107,000.
So 4% of 107,000 is around $4,000. That means your equity for the rest of the day can't drop below $102,000 or boom, the account is gone.
So I think it's important to point this out. The system isn't waiting for a close in real time. Even if your trade is floating loss and you haven't closed it yet, if your equity dips below the threshold for even a second, well, that's it.
Now let's reverse it. Say it's the start day 7, your balance is 100,000 but your equity is 99,000 because your open trades are slightly in loss.
Since balance is higher, we spend the 4% on the initial balance, so 4,000.
So now your equity must stay above 96,000 throughout the day. If it drops to 95,999, auto liquidation kicks in, no warning, no margin call.
The system will send a market order to close on trades. Everything liquidates, your account is disabled, and you can't trade again unless you purchase a new package.
And here's the kicker. The auto close happens when the system detects the threshold will cross. But due to the market fluctuation, your final profit and loss might look worse than the actual threshold. That's because the system executes a closure based on price slippage at the time of liquidation.
So even if you only intended to speak like a 3,900 loss, once a spike in real goals or NASDAQ and certainly the 4,200, so that's why we don't say don't run the edges.
Alright, let's talk about how to avoid violating this rule because this is where the bro mindset kicks in.
First tip, know your buffer. Never plan trades to take your query up to the edge of your limit. Leave at least 10 to 15% room below the max loss, especially in volatile markets.
Tip 2, check your equity, not just your balance. I can't stress this enough. Most traders stare at their balance all days, but if your floating loss is dragging your equity, you are heading toward a violation.
So tip 3, use a dashboard or tracker. So inside WeMasterTrade, we provide risk dashboard that show your live load style. Use them, check them. Don't rely on your memory.
Also, pause trading after a big loss early in the day. If you had lost 3% in the first hour of London session, maybe it's time to stop and reflect, not try to revenge trade your way back up.
Another big one, trade smaller during news hours. If you're trading gold during NAB with full loss size, you're practically begging to break the die loss rule, cut position size, and drive cost volatility.
So what are the top rookie mistakes you see when it comes to daily loss?
Number 1, over leveraging. Trader opening position that are 5, 6, 7% of their account, thinking they will close quickly. But if the trade turns red fast, it's already too late.
Number 2, holding overnight without checking exposures. If you hold 3 trades overnight and wake up to a 60 pip gap, the daily loss could be hit before you even open your eyes.
And the third, assuming that close trades are all that matter, they're not. Remember, including equities include both floating and close position. The total equity line is your score.
I always say this to new traders. The daily loss rule isn't your enemy. It's your account airbag. It's designed to protect you from doing something irreversible.
Exactly, it forces discipline. You can be aggressive, but only within the box. And if you learn to trade inside the box, 90% of the market.
And one last note, this isn't just this about rules, it's about trust. WeMasterTrade funds you because we trust that you manage risk responsibly. The daily laws is that to protect that trust on both sides. So now we're going to move from the daily boundary to the absolute boundary. So I'm talking about the maximum loss rule, also known as your account stop loss, the line that can't be crossed, not just for the day, but for the entire life of your trading account.
And this is where a lot of traders misunderstand how the rules work. They think, well, I didn't hit my daily limit, so I'm fine. But then a week later, they chip away at their account, and suddenly, liquidation.
The mark loss rule is the last safety net. If the daily loss is your daily seatbelt, then mark loss is your airbag. If that limit is hit, it means the account is deemed unsalvageable under your current trajectory and is closed immediately.
So what exactly is the maximum loss rule? So let's define it simply. It's the total maximum amount you're allowed to lose across all trades for the entire account. So if your equity, that is your real-time capital including open trades, ever drops below a certain percentage of your stock-to balance, your account is gone forever.
And unlike the daily loss, which resets every day, this one doesn't reset. It's cumulative. You can lose 2% one day, 3% the next, and if your total loss crosses the line, that's it.
And the percentage limit depends on your package. It's typically either 6% or 10% of your initial balance. Not your equity, not your profit, but the original number you started with.
So let's work through a concrete example. So suppose you have an instant money account with an initial balance of 50,000 and your max losses is 6%, which is 3,000.
That means your equity can never go below 47,000 ever. Doesn't matter if you made 1,000 yesterday, the total loss from your highest bond back down to that threshold is what matters.
And remember, this rule includes both closed losses and floating losses. So if you lost 2,000 in closed trade and you have another one 214 red, your equity is now 46,800. That's below the limit account closed.
And just to be clear, it's not about the net gain or loss across trades, it's about where your equity stands in real time relative to that stop loss floor.
Here's where it gets interesting and a little tricky. Let's say your account grew to 51,000. Congrats, you're in profit.
But your max loss limit is still based on your original 50,000 starting balance. So if your limit is 6%, the threshold is still 47,000. What changes is how much room you have before you hit it.
Exactly, and now you have 4,000 in total buffer because 51,000 minus 47,000 equals 4,000, so your profit gives you cushion, but the floor never moves.
So what happens when you break it? Once your equity drops below the maximum loss threshold, even by a few dollars, auto liquidation triggers. All trades are closed immediately at market price.
And again, like with the daily loss, If there's volatility or slippage, your account might close below that line. Let's just execution reality.
So most importantly, once it's breached, that account is permanently disabled. So you need to purchase a new account package if you want to continue trading. No resets and no rollbacks.
Alright, let's get tactical. How do you actually trade inside this rule without constantly worrying about it?
First, track your total close losses every day. You should always know how close you are to your max loss floor. Don't wait for the dashboard warning. Calculate it manually.
Second, use your profit as protection, not mission. Don't treat floating profit as green light to increase risk. Instead, consider locking in gains by reducing lot size when you are ahead.
Third, manage your floating loss aggressively. Even if you're positive overall, a single trade with poor stop placement can take you from safety to shut down in a few minutes.
Fourth, stay cool when you close. If you're down 5% out of your 6% limit, that is not the time to double down. That's the time to step away, pause, and rethink your entries.
And the biggest mistake, underestimating floating drawdown. Traders close 3 losses and think, okay, I still got room. But they forget about a 4 trade floating minus 1800.
Second, traders who trade recovery after a bad day. They lose 4% in one day, come back swinging the next day, thinking they will make it back, and instead take another 2%, boom, violation.
So, this one hurts ignoring slick pay during major news. So even if there's a tight stop, newcomers can gap you straight through your limit.
The man loss rule is there for a reason. It's not there to punish you, it's there to protect you from yourself. Every successful trader I know see their stop loss, whether personal or institutional, as a non-negotiable boundary.
Right, it's a reality check. If you are consistently brushing up against your max loss, the problem isn't the rule, the problem is your system or your psychology.
And at WeMasterTrade, we're not just getting capital, we're reteaching a structure, and the mat loss rule is what separates gamblers from professionals. So remember, your mat loss is a percentage of your starting balance, typically 60 or 10%. It's calculated using equity, not balance, and it includes both close and floating losses. And once reached, your account is gone. So next up, we are going to explore the consistency rules and why steady profits matter more than big spikes when it comes to growing, scaling, and getting paid.
So if you have ever made 5,000 in one day, then made $200 in the next 4 days, and wonder why your payout got flagged, this next section is for you.
Let's dive into the rhythm of profitability and how to stay consistent under the WeMasterTrade model.
And stay with us, this is a WeMasterTrade live stream where structure meets opportunity. So now that we have talked about the daily loss limit, we've just covered the maximum loss rule, 2 pillars protecting your account. But now it's time to shift gears just a little and talk not about risk, but about results. So because here the things is not just about staying alive in the game, at WeMasterTrade we want you to see trader grow, scale, and can actually earn. So to do that, you need more than just a winning day. You need something called profit consistency.
This rule right here, the profit consistency rule, is what separates a lucky spike from a reliable trader. It tells us whether you can make money over time, or if you're just hoping to hit one big winner and roll the dice.
And more importantly, it's also how we evaluate if a trader is eligible for withdrawal, profit sharing, and even scale up. So if you are funded and you are wondering why your payout didn't go through, this rule could be the reason.
So let's define it clearly. The profit consistency ratio is a measure of how even your profits are from day to day. The more balanced your profit, the lower your ratio. So less consistent, meaning you had one giant profit day and then smaller or losing days being higher ratio.
The idea is simple. If 80% of your total profits come from one day, that's not consistency, that's luck or risk. What we want to see is traders who make profit day after day, even if it's small. That's what we can scale.
And how is it calculated? The formula is really straightforward. Take your best trading day's profit and divide it by your overall profit since you started the account, then multiply by 100.
So the best day divide your total profit multiplied by 100.
And just to be clear, best day refers to your highest close profit in a single calendar day. And total profits is the sum of all your close profits minus any close losses or open losses across the life of the account.
So let's say you've had the following results over 5 trading days. In day 1, you get $100, $200 in day 2, minus $50 in day 3, $100 in day 4, and $60 in day 5.
That means your total net profit across 5 days is 100 plus 200 minus 50 plus 100 plus 60 equal 410.
And your best day was day 2, about $200 in profit.
So now we apply the formula to 100 divided to 410 equal to 0.4878. Multiply that by 100 and you get a profit consistency ratio of 48.78%.
Now, let's say your account requires 20% profit consistency, which is common. This trader is way above that, so they wouldn't qualify for a payout yet.
So even though this trader is profitable, they're not consistent enough, they had one giant day that made almost half of their total profit. That's not sustainable. That's what we're looking at here.
And this is where I really want to speak to traders. If you are reliant on 1 or 2 big days to carry your entire account, that's not professional trading. That's volatility. You can get lucky, but you won't stay funded.
And remember, it's not just about your payout this week. WeMasterTrade evaluate your consistency over time. Traders who show long-term balance are the ones who get scale up, who get features, who get trusted with more capital.
Alright, so let's address the number. What's an acceptable profit consistency ratio?
Typically, the rule is set at 20%. That means your best day should not exceed 20% of your overall profit. Let's say you are over the limit, don't panic, you are not disqualified. You just need to keep trading and even out the curve.
Here's how to do that. First, trade smaller size for a few days. Second, take smaller, control wins, and for 200, 300 days. Third, avoid big swing trades that could spike your ratio again. And fourth, spread profits across multiple days, not one monster setup.
So for those who's using EAs, monitor your equity curve. If your EAs go to one day, you might need to rebalance it. The market might be profitable, but it won't pass this through with payout logic in mind.
So, talking about some common mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, traders hitting target early, then taking the rest of the week off. That inflate your best day and leave the rest of your curve flat.
Mistake number 2, over trading after a big day. Thinking, I'm safe now, and trying to swing more instead of averaging out high ratio.
And mistake number 3, thinking this rule is just a hurdle. No, it's not. It's a reflection of what we're actually looking in for our master traders.
At the end of the day, this isn't about controlling you. It's about building habits that can handle scale. If you can be consistent with 25,000, what happens when we give you 1,000K or more?
Exactly, consistency is what makes you safe to invest in. At WeMasterTrade, we fund traders, but we also study them. This rule tells us whether you are serious about long-term trading.
And we've seen it in time and time again. The traders who respect this rule, they're the ones who get multiple payouts, referrals, and grow into six-figures from their account.
So don't fear the rule, understand it, use it as a feedback tool. If your ratio is too high, great, that means you got profit. Now keep going, balance it out.
And remember, you don't need to calculate it manually. WeMasterTrade dashboard calculates your profit consistency ratio automatically. You can check it anytime under your statistics tab.
So to recap, this rule is about balance, not volume. Aim to keep your best share in the 20% of your total profit, spread your wins across multiple sessions, and monitor your progress in the dashboard. And we have walked through the daily loss limit, tackle the maximum account loss, and examine how your profit consistency shape your long-term payout and growth. And now we arrive at the final and perhaps most overlooked rule of all, the risk consistency rule, or what we call the discipline test.
That's right. Traders often think the biggest enemy is the market, but truthfully, it's inconsistent, especially in how much you're risking from one trade to the next.
This rule doesn't look at how often you win, it looks at how stable your risk is and how professionally you are managing your position sizing. And if you are serious about scaling at WeMasterTrade, this rule is non-negotiable.
So let's break it down. At its core, the risk consistency rule is simple. You're not allowed to risk more than 2% of your initial account balance on any single trade idea.
And that includes all losses associated with that trade idea, both closed losses and floating losses. Even fees, commissions, and swap are counted.
And for some accounts like the 510 novice package, this rule gets even stricter. There the limit is 1% per trade ideas, not 2%.
Because the consistency isn't just about the outcome, it's about process. So the more erratic your position sizing is, the more volatile your equity cost becomes, and that's what makes you hard to scale.
This rule will protect both you and the firm. It helps reserve capital, prevent large equity swings, and makes sure your edge play out over time.
Think of it as your account heartbeat. If your position size persists up and down, 0.5 loss one day, 5 loss the next, the system flags it. That's not structures, that's chaos.
This is where it's going to get technical, but stay with us. So the term trade idea isn't just one order, it's a group of trades that share the same logic.
If you open 3 buy positions on each AUUSD go at different times, and you close them within 3 minutes of each other, that's one trade idea.
Because it's the same symbol, same directions, and close around the same time. Even if you open them at different times, they see it as a single unified position from risk perspective.
So the system doesn't look at your trades in isolation, it groups them into logical bundles and applies the 2% rules across the entire bundle.
You can have multiple separate trade ideas as long as each one respects the risk limit.
For example, if you go long on gold, short on GBP/GBY, and short on AUD/USD, each position has its own distinct direction and asset. Those are 3 separate trade ideas, and each one can raise up to 2%.
So let's say you go on buy gold and then you go buy again and again. So now you have 3 open positions in the same directions and the same asset.
Yep, the system treats that as one trade ideas. So if the combined floating risk or eventual loss from those positions is 2% of your starting balance, boom, you've broken the rule.
And another mistake, opening multiple gold buys, then closing one 10 minutes later, and 2 orders together. The system still group trades close within 3 minutes of each other, so be mindful of your close timing.
So let's go hands-on. So suppose you have 100,000 account. The 2% max risk per trade ID means you can't lose more than 2,000 on any single trade ID total.
So you open 2 gold buys, 1 lot each. You don't place a stop loss. New hits, market drop 100 bips. Each lot lose 1,000. That's 2,000 total.
You're right on the line. If slippage or swap adds a few extra dollars, that's it. Rule broken. Account flagged or liquidated depending on enforcement model.
And some accounts, especially the instant funding accounts, stricter tolerance. This breach may result in lots of funds out or immediate closure.
So here are some pro tips to stay risk consistent. Tip 1. Set your lot size based on your account risk, not emotion. Know how many bips equal to 2%.
Tip 2. Use stop loss order religiously. Set them based on risk per trade idea, not random chart levels.
Tip 3. Don't start trades without calculating your combined risk. Just because one position is below 2% doesn't mean 3 of them are.
Tip 4. Label your trades ideas mentally. If you're entering on the same setup, treat it as one. Size it accordingly.
Tip 5. If you want to split an idea into multiple entries, do it smart. Scale in smaller. Use micro loss if needed. Keep the total exposure below 2%.
So the most common reason traders make it do stuck with multiple entries on one trade idea, thinking it's still separate.
Second, open and high risk trades after wins, assuming they believe with the house money. Smaller, the market doesn't care.
So for neglecting floating drawdown, a trade may not be closed, but the floating VAT still counts toward your 2% risk.
This isn't just policy, this is professional practice. Hedge funds follow this, banks follow this, real traders follow this.
Exactly, we're not here to micromanage you. We're here to protect your account, our capital, and the integrity of this community.
And traders who internalize this rule, who understand that more consistent risk is the foundations of scalable capital, those are the ones we to grow. And those are the traders who go from $25,000 to $1 million account.
If you want to be a professional trader, you have to think like one. And professional traders always know how much they are risking on every trade, every day.
And if you're still guessing your loss sign on opening trades because the setup feels right, take this as your sign, step it up, get structure.
So this is more than just a rule, it's a habit. Build it now and the path to bigger capital and larger payouts become way more predictable. And that, my friends, wraps up the 4 essential rules of trading at WeMasterTrade. That include the daily loss, the maximum loss, the public consistency, and the risk consistency. So master these, and you're not just staying compliant, you're building a foundation for serious capital management, low-term payout, and scaling. So next up, we are going to enter the economic analysis of today's news calendar.
Alright, today economic calendar is back with central bank speeches and key inflation and labor data. And here's the news for 2 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. ECB President Lagarde speech. President Lagarde speech twice today, early in Europe and later in New York hours. That's unusual. Markets will be watching for any shift in ECB tone, especially ahead of the next rate decision. EU pairs might get a jolt if she drops any surprise. For 4 p.m. Eurozone CPI flash estimates. Core CPI flash year over year 2.3%, same as forecast. Headlines CBY flash year over year 2%, above previous 1.9%. Inflation holding steady in Europe. Core CPI stay at 3.5%. Headline ticks slightly up.
That could strengthen the euro a bit. Sticky inflation gives the ECB more reason to stay cautious on rate cuts.
For the BOE GOV Bailey speak 8:30 p.m. Every time Bailey speak, GBP move. He got the spotlight during US session overlap.
If he leans hawkish, expect GBP USD or GBP GBY to pop. But if he hints at cuts, how might dip? The next event is the BOG government USD speak. USD is under pressure. The end has been quick and inflation has cooled. Any hawkish surprise could spike GBY.
Agree, especially if he mentioned FX intervention or a shift away from negative rates. For Fed Chair Powell speak 8:30 p.m. The main event for the dollar. Powell will set the tone for the USD across the board.
Watch out for his stance on inflation progress. If he says rate cuts are still far off that Polish USD, and if he hints at flexibility, dollar might pull back. And at 9 p.m. US economy trial. The first event is ISM manufacturing PMI 48.8 above the forecast. The second event is Joe job opening 7.32 million, slightly below the forecast. And the third event is ISM manufacturing prices 69.6, still high inflation in input costs. Well, the PMI bid in descent 48.8 versus 48.5, still below 50 but improving.
And prices by hot 69.6, that's inflationary. Could push Treasury yield and USD higher.
On this slight weakness was in job opening, but 7.32 million is still historically strong.
So for the wrap up, top 3 event today. Easy big. Power speech, market mover. Second, Eurozone CBY, keep euro in focus. 3, ISM prices, show inflation isn't done yet.
Exactly. Today is all about central bank direction. Buckle up, traders. This session could get wild. And we will see you in the next session on Live Market Radar. Don't forget to hit that like button and manage your risk.
So thank you all for joining us today. We hope that this session has been informative and that you're as excited about the opportunities at WeMasterTrade as we are. So remember to like, subscribe, and share the live stream with others who might benefit from it. And don't forget to follow us on our social media platform for more updates for our upcoming events. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Until next time, happy trading.